There we go. And now we should be live. Of course. Alright, let's see how long that lasts. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to another live stream repair. Sorry for the duplicate live notifications if you got any. Keep forgetting to switch around the stream keys there. Let's see, we've got 4 that we need to get fixed up today. All 4 of which have no power. And our network is, of course, taking a crap again, so let me see if I can figure out why that is. We're getting started. Let's see. Cool. Let's see, is this the right person? May 20th. Oh shit, no, that's the wrong person. Is it the wrong person? Wait, why was that? Why does that say 2022? I'm very confused. Let's get this opened up and try to figure out who this is. Of course the stream bitrate's crap again. We can't get anything done around here, can we? Why is this so bad? Why does Comcast suck so much? Is it gonna stay running? Are we good? Whatever, it's gonna work fine for 5 minutes and then take a shit anyways. Let's just do this. We're just gonna have to tough it out until our fiber gets fixed. Because it's the year 2023 and we still don't know how to provide stable, reliable internet. So we've got a note in here because I can't find their info based on the return shipping label, but unfortunately I cannot read their handwriting. Let's see if we can try to... I mean, it's better than my handwriting, so... Oh, I think we found him. HomePod that makes a constant static noise after being played for 15 minutes. Oh, that's not no power. Let's see, is the stream actually working? I'm not in the mood to deal with this shit right now. Okay, looks like the stream is working. Let's get this plugged in and then we'll find this person and let them know that we're getting started on it. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Stan. Looks like we're out of the shit part of it now. We're streaming relatively steady now. Ooh,
I'm having...
Wow. That's a hell of a pop. So we've got what seems to be some pretty classic DC offset symptoms here. This one comes from Yi. So we will get their name and issue up on the screen here and get started. And right on. So we've got some pretty severe popping going on here as soon as we turn it on and unplug it from power. That's a sign that the filter caps are going bad, allowing too much DC voltage through, which results in that pop, of course. So let's get this apart, see what's going on from the inside. Nice. I'm just still going to ignore the fact that Comcast can't provide me a solid 15,000 kilobytes a second when I pay them for 40,000 kilobytes a second upload speed. And we're going to get these fixed regardless of how crappy the stream is. It just frustrates me so much to see it in the corner of my eye, OBS just screaming at the top of its lungs, your internet connection is trash. And your streamers or your viewers aren't getting any of your frames, bro. What's funny is the frickin' 24/7 D-Brick live stream has been going and it hasn't dropped a single frame. Granted, it's only going at 3,000 kilobytes a second. I'm gonna super glue this thing in. I'm so sick of that too. I'm in a mood. And I'm out of beer too. Alright. fuck this shit. I'm done. Come out now, bitch. Pardon my language. It's okay, I've got another one of these if I really want to swap bits out. But we use the T6 so much in this that I'll rip it out with a pair of pliers if I need to in the future. But this is now the T6 electric screwdriver. I'm done with that. At least this is coming off nice and easy. Potty Mouth would have probably gone out of control if this put up a fight. Even with the rubbing alcohol, though, that was a little much. Nice. That's in there. That's not going anywhere now. I could have probably used like a sticky tack or probably anything else other than super glue, but that's made me angry for too long. I'm not angry, just mildly annoyed. Especially when it pops out inside and it bounces around everything in there and you're just like, oh, please, come on. How's our subwoofer looking? Oh, no. So, good coil, bad coil. See that? Goes from copper to black. So unfortunately they need a new subwoofer. I think I've got one more right now. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I swear, I'm gonna buy a bunch of these electric screwdrivers. And then I'm going to super glue the T6 bit into it. And then I'm just going to resell it on my website as like a HomePod screwdriver. Oh boy, we've got the full package of damage here, don't we? So, if you know what to look for, you can already kind of see some problems. Where is it? Today's the day for everything to just mess with me, isn't it? Not having it. Okay, so let's take a look at this amp. Not good. So there's our resistor that we normally see blow up when we've got too much offset. That's pretty toasty. This is Nick. I'm streaming right now. What's up? Oh yeah, sure. You can, if you want, you can hang out while I fix HomePods if you want. Oh yeah, take care of the cat. But yeah, you're welcome to drop that off if you want. Cool. All right. See you in a minute. Okay. So we've got a power diode with the date code of 1746K. And then on the other side of the amp, everything looks all right. Okay, so we know we've obviously got too much offset. I don't think we need to bother plugging it in and testing it and checking. We're going to go ahead and get this resistor replaced, first of all, since it's obviously damaged. And then we're also going to replace our filters right here, which is what's allowing these problems to happen. And then we're going to wrap up with a new Schottky barrier diode to prevent any no power issues, especially because this has 1746K on it. Do you complete every repair that comes in for the mail that day, or is there a backlog at all? We used to repair every single one that came in the same day back when we only had one or two show up every day or so. And that was also before I had a kid. But now we've got a kid, and we typically have anywhere from like 2 or 3 upwards of like 6 to 10 show up a day. So usually I get most of them the same day. Sometimes they get they get fixed up the next day. Yeah. Okay. So, where is my metal shield? Oh, here it is. So we're going to cover up that little plastic connector there so we don't melt it up. Oh. All right. Nice. Not quite. All right. Let's get a new power diode on there, and then we'll wrap this board up with, of course, some new filters, which is, of course, the root cause of their problems. This little guy here, this diode that we're replacing, doesn't have anything to do with their issues. But this date code in particular does fail so much that, especially that one, we want to go ahead and replace it before it does fail and cause no power. But regardless of the date code it has on there, if it's the original one, we replace them every time, just out of caution. And then once we get all of the parts on this board that we want replaced, we're going to give it a sec to cool down, and then power it up, see if it still pops as loud as it did before when it turns on. And we'll also check its DC offset. We want to make sure that it's less than 50 millivolts. That's going to be where they're hearing that weird static noise after a few minutes. Basically, when the DC offset grows to hundreds of millivolts or even a couple of volts DC, you can start to hear a hissing sound in the speaker. In addition to the loud popping. Okay, so there's our filters. These are what go bad and allow our DC voltage through the amp, which of course gets amplified. That's the amp's job, is to amplify shit. So it doesn't matter what it's been given, be it AC analog audio signal or DC voltage, it's going to amplify everything it's given. So that's why we see this issue when these caps go bad, allow DC voltage through the AC analog input signal, and that gets sent to the speaker, producing pops and other unexpected damage and behavior, because all of these parts didn't expect to see all of this DC voltage. Only expected to see so much AC voltage instead. So, let's get these for... Oh, looks like my friend is here. I will be right back. Okay.
Fiber, and these can obviously be put 2 power supplies on it. Just when climbing, it actually works on somebody's fingers. And these are cable management that go up into here. You screw through the middle hole. There's 2 screws in there. You screw through the middle hole after you've rack mounted it.
No
You
shit.
put that on there, so you can cable manage the sides on each side.
Alright.
And this is console. This is you'll use an RS-232 and use like putty or any
Oh, this is gonna be
SSH.
fun to figure out.
Yeah, use any other SSH like console that you want.
Okay.
Putty, whatever. Do you have
Alright.
another SSH console that you use?
I just use... Well, actually, the Windows 10 natively has SSH now.
Like in
Like, you don't-
PowerShell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or just command prompt. You don't have to install the subsystem for Linux anymore either, which is really nice.
Yeah, I haven't actually used that. It's just because Putty's really easy to just have my the controller that I'm trying to use. And
Yeah.
just immediately just
Well,
tap
all I
it.
use it for is SSH, so it's perfectly fine for that. But anything more than that,
There's another something in the middle of the name. I can't remember what it is, but it's a multi-tab.
oh shit, I don't remember.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your stream.
Yeah.
Plus, I need to go eat dinner myself.
Take care of the cat.
Well, that and eat dinner myself because I haven't eaten anything since breakfast today, and I just went climbing. So.
Hey, at least you had breakfast.
Right. But yeah, have fun with that. How many are you running today?
This is the first one of 4, so they all came in yesterday. I just didn't have the time to get them done. So, and you got all those.
Oh my god, it's like a fucking Christmas tree underneath there.
Yeah, no, and they're on a automatic switch, so they just turn on and off automatically.
Christmas tree next year. Just some home pods, and just
Yes.
some broken home pods, and just the lights just
Oh,
constantly
yeah.
going.
Oh yeah, and I've got
Just
12
reminds me
more
of
of those,
Frisk
so.
fucking comment. You can't put speakers on a fucking Christmas tree.
You remember when we put all the beer bottles on the tree?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did it. I definitely did.
That
I
was
still
good.
have a picture somewhere.
It's still my Gmail profile fit picture with the Master Chief helmet on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the Corona bottles.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's good.
All right. Also, I can give you I can strip out the name and everything that wouldn't have any other information. I can give you what we use for configs for these, so you can see how it's all Linux.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I would
Just so you know
How it's actually set up.
Because you can VLAN specific ports too
Yeah.
in it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's what we use for our 10 gig ones. There's another one that we use. It's like it's a fucking monster of a one that's for 100 gig. But it's the QS of these. So it's basically 4 connections in one. So it's able to do 4 25 gig connections into it. And that's how it, I don't know, it's fucking wild.
Huh.
They use all direct connect to the head-ends. That's how they get the 100 gig. It'd be fucking insane. What are you getting the fiber here?
Dude, okay, so I
Did they
got
postpone it again?
I got the fiber. I've had it for like a month. And then this last Monday, the garbage truck was coming up the hill. And the line, like the way when they threw it over the street, I don't know, like the wind or something must have like given it more slack or something, but the truck clipped it and ripped it right off the pole. No problems. It was just laying on the road and across the street. I still had service. I didn't know what was going on because I still had service. I was working. And Lynn comes out, and a couple of neighbors see it, and somebody calls the police. A motorcycle cop shows up, and he yanks it off the pole out of the MTX. Like, just straight up, just... Of course, broke it right off. Fucked up service for like 2 or 3 other people. Damaged the MTX. So I call Quantum, and I'm like, yo, I just lost my service, and I work 2 jobs from home. When's the soonest you can get this fixed? And they're like, oh yeah, best case like mid to late next week. And I'm like, you're fucking joking. And they're like, well, the best we
When
can
was
do...
that?
That was this Monday.
So
So
they still haven't.
I actually, same day, signed back up for Comcast, went down to the store, picked up a new modem, got it back up and all that. Even got a brand new modem. Well, not the newer one.
The XB8.
Yeah, and of course
Actually-
the stream drops like fucking 3 to
Really?
15% of my... Dude, that's why I got the fiber. I can't stream for shit. It sucks.
Super odd.
Yeah, and I reached out to their support, and they did, I don't know what bullshit diagnostics they did, but they said that everything looks fine on their end.
I could hook my meter to show what it actually does here at some point.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if it's something that I don't see that. That's the thing too, is I don't want to
You don't have
call a tech to come out here and waste their time. I don't want you to come out here and waste your fucking time if it ends up being some
It's
bullshit
whatever.
wiring issue that I did.
No, it's whatever. Like, it's just, yeah, let me know, like, whenever, like, what are you doing tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I may come because I need to run some errands, and I'll probably go down to the Goodwill here in Bellevue as well. So, if you want to do that, and I'll bring my meter and you can come take a look, my call meter, so that we can actually take a look at it.
Yes.
And because on those we can specifically do like basically a stress test to see what the actual like system can handle on a single device, which means it's above whatever you can get,
Yeah.
but it basically allows me to see what the thresholds are if you're having issues with like any of the thresholds for like capacity or anything like that. It'd be highly unlikely because I'm pretty sure this is a node split network
Yeah.
here in this area. Well, we don't really have any capacity things at the beginning of COVID. Sure did, because all of a sudden,
Well,
network that
surprising-
wasn't designed to support it.
Yeah, and like surprisingly through most of that I didn't have any issues.
Yeah,
And I
it's
haven't had
unlikely.
issues, and so it's only started being a problem the past few months, which makes me think it's
Have
probably...
you had that one the entire time?
No, I've only had that one for a week or so. I had the last
gray
gen. It looks similar to this, but it's
Oh,
the silver
white
base.
one.
Yeah.
The other like smaller.
It's
version
this-
of that.
it's the
Yeah,
exact same
XP7.
size.
The XP7's a little smaller.
Is it tiny
more
smaller?
Of it's angled
Yeah,
like top. Yeah.
yeah.
I actually switched back from the XP8 to the XP7 because I was having non-stop fucking problems. But but most people don't have the issue.
Yeah.
Like I was having this weird issue, and it's probably got something to do with my account. But what was happening was that it was completely fucking factory resetting itself. Two of them were doing it, and that's how I was like, it's got to be an account thing and something with the way that the configuration boot files are sent to those.
Yeah.
It's got to be because it was wiping my whole thing, like completely wiping it, and then I would have no internet access, and then it would just constantly restart for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, like maybe it just never thought it successfully configured or
But it
something.
would be fine for like 2 weeks, and then it would do
What
that.
the fuck?
And then it would be fine for like 2 months, and then it would do that. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'd factory reset it. I'd go and actually hit the pin, reset it, set it back up, and be fine. And the speeds weren't an issue. Nothing was a problem until that happened, and then it would just drop everything. I was like, what the fuck? What's funny is that I have the same 4K DVR box for the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with it. It's never been replaced. Ever. And it's been solid.
Yeah,
For
from
the
the
entire
from the
time.
house, yeah.
From the old house. Never swapped that motherfucker. It's been the same. But like, God forbid, like, and the XB7 I had before I got the XB8.
Yeah.
It's fine. Nothing, no issues. I just wanted Wi-Fi 6E, which is what that has.
Yeah.
Because I could pull like fucking 800 on an iPhone fucking 13. Like, but
Yeah, I can pull that with my Grandstream. Fuck the Ubiquiti stuff, man. I tried. I liked it at first.
what's
but
funny, you've seen the LTT shit, right?
Yeah.
Where he's always
And then he
just
got
like,
the new stuff
he
again.
was like pissed because at his house it doesn't work right, but it works well at the office.
Yeah.
And nobody has an issue. And he's like, fuck. And then he went to Ruckus, and then he was having that strange ass issue. And I'm like, wow, Ruckus APs are really nice.
Yeah.
Like, Ruckus APs are good. And then he has a problem. He's like, I swear to God, like, he's like, whenever I put any of this shit at my house, it just doesn't work. And I'm like, I feel it. I feel it. It's just like, as soon as you see it like in like a commercial setup, it's like fine. And it's the same hardware. It's the same shit. But it just
larger
doesn't work.
scale too, so
It
like
just
if
doesn't-
anything it should work worse.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I'm curious to see what you do with this, because I also have one as well.
Yeah.
That I picked because these came off of cell towers, so you have to factory reset them. Oh, that's another thing. Right here is the factory reset pin.
Okay.
So just power it on, wait for the status light to go solid green, and then hold it there for 30 seconds, and then all the lights will go, and then you'll see it, and then it'll start flashing the status. That'll go solid green once it's ready to go, and you should be able to plug in. Username is SU, and then password is WWP, all lowercase.
Okay.
So
I'll write that down. Can I Google this? Like, am I gonna
I
find a
don't
user
know.
manual for this thing?
I don't know, because I think in the firmware, because I think this may be SAOS 6.13. Which also has different commands than SAOS 6.17. So it's like the self-autonomous operating system is what they call it. It's what Sienna calls it.
Okay.
And basically, when you look up commands, make sure you do like software show on this, because I'm pretty sure this is 6.13. Run a software show command, because that will tell you what you can Google anything else that goes along with it. You can Google it. It's just that initial login. I think that was hard baked into the firmware. You can change it if you want. You can change that super user login. But again, it's all just fucking Linux, like
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
I personally prefer these over setting up Junipers any day.
Huh.
Because with Junipers, I have to go, like, when I go into it, I have to, like, get into root, and then after I log in, then I have to go, like, enable. So I have to enable the, like, configuration changes, and then I have to go into command line, and then I have to go into load merge terminal, and then I can drop my config. Then I have to, like, get out of load merge terminal. Then I have to check the commit before I commit changes, and then I do a commit. And then I can get back out, and I always fuck up. I'm like, which mode am I in right now? Like, if I hit exit, I'm like, which mode did you drop me back into? And so I don't know. It's just like I'm not as used to like fucking around with Junipers as I am with these.
I haven't fucked with any of them yet, so.
Yeah, but I'll send you a config that's just kind of like that. I'll take out some of the information that, like, who it was
Yeah.
and whatnot. But this came from T-Mobile Tower. Actually, this one came from the T-Mobile Tower right down there in Phantom Lake.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this was the one that was from Phantom Lake.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah.
I'll probably take it apart first and see what's inside. Because I bet you nobody else has done that either.
Probably not.
And then I'll power it on and
Yeah.
Try to learn it.
Obviously, removable power supplies. Those are,
yeah.
I think they're like 350 watt power supplies or something. You have to, it's tightened in there.
Oh shit, yeah, you get. Oh.
Yeah, you may have to just get a screwdriver. But you just, and sometimes it's like a yank. You really have to.
Yeah, I know how they go.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure when you know how to take optics and everything out.
No, actually, I've never fucked with
So-
optics before.
You just pull that flap down, pull it by the flap, because it raises it out of the thing. But these are 850 nanometer, so multi-mode. If you're curious, if you get like multi-mode jumpers and everything, also like latency across like an in-network. If you're going from switch to switch or whatever, like latency is so fucking crazy. It's nice to go fiber optics versus even just like the copper. Just like if you are really looking for like a bunch of shit and you're just doing fiber optic to everything, and that's why all of these, because you can basically turn this into a stupid switch rather than a managed switch, but it's just specific commands you got to set up to do that.
Yeah.
But you can also then like have different things where you VLAN ports. So you can segment networks inside if you really wanted to fuck around with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would even do with it.
But it's mainly the 10 gig link is like the thing that like, so then you can end up like depending on what you have as far as you can also drop copper handoff SFPs into these too.
Yeah, so maybe I
And
would.
you could do a copper handoff 10 gig, 2.5 gig. You just have to set the negotiation link. I think this might only support 1 and 10, not 2.5 and 10. So you may have to get a 10 gig copper handoff if you wanted to use that. But you just have to set the negotiation speed to whatever that is. Otherwise, you can set it to like gigabit or 10 gig, whatever. Yeah.
Huh.
I've never used this, and also there's a command I'll send you for. It took me a while to find if the alarm light ever throws. Like, I'll send you the command so that you can view what the alarm light actually says.
Yeah.
And because it'll tell you if there's like chassis failure, so basically like shit that's not starting up on
Yeah.
the main board itself, or if there's a power supply failure or something. But
It's got some diagnostics.
yeah, it's got a lot of them too. And so you can also use this to monitor like bit rate traffic and everything. So you can set it up so that you can see what data is going through, what packets are dropping, what's sending back. There's a lot of diagnostic information that you can get
Yeah.
off of this. Which is another reason I kind of wanted to have it so it just goes direct into that and back out into the network so that I can monitor all traffic, because it's set up as a network interface device. So that's why I like it, because it gives me detail, but it's all command prompt. So if you're cool with command prompt,
That's what I use mostly for work. So
yeah.
yeah, no, maybe I'll probably like just do. Oh man. 'Cause
And also,
then,
they are tanks too, so you can put them in shitty conditions and they still work.
then I can get an SFP module for my router.
Yes, you can go as
And
you
just
could
go-
go multi. So you could also just take the other one. I gave you two, so you can do one out of this or one into this or whatever, or you can get another
Yeah.
850. I may be able to get you another 850 as well.
Okay.
So you can do one in from your incoming, one out to your router or whatever, and use fiber jumpers. And you probably just, if you're not going to use the 10 gig, just switch to 1 gig. But I don't know what yours can actually support on your router.
1 and 10 gig.
Also, what speed tier do you have for Xfinity?
The fastest that they have here, 1240.
That bottom right port is 2.5 gig.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if you wanted to actually utilize it, if you have another
That's good.
2.5 gig
Is this a
connection,
6E cable?
it won't matter because it's short enough. It won't matter.
Really? I didn't know that.
Short enough, as long as it's like basically like 2.5 gig will work totally fine over that. 10 gig, you're probably gonna, if you're going any longer than 6 feet,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to be at least Cat 6, at least, just because you're now starting to get super high transfer rates, and the crosstalk is not going to be good over copper with Ethernet,
Yeah.
just at that speed. But
Hmm.
yeah, well, let me know what you do. I'll send it to you probably either today or tomorrow. Whatever it is.
Yeah,
Or
no-
I
no
can
rush.
bring
I probably won't get to
actually
it for
can
3
bring over-
days.
I can actually bring over my laptop tomorrow when I go to fuck with this, because I'll probably want to look up whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll swing by tomorrow.
Sweet.
And, we'll check that shit out. I'll probably just bring my tools just in case something's fucked up. Somebody fucked something up or anything. Is this a wall jack, or does it go straight through the wall?
It's a wall jack. Yeah.
Did they ever replace that when it came to install?
I don't know.
Or well, we
I think
installed
you
it.
did the install.
Yeah, then I think we replaced that. Because I had Phoenix
It was you.
replace it.
Yeah.
was
I
training
remember
Phoenix,
that.
So I had Phoenix replace it. That's right. I was like, wait a second. No, I didn't. I ate my lunch while Phoenix
Yeah.
came here and did that. Okay, cool. Yeah. But God knows if anything's happened over the time, and like I'm pretty sure I had him replace all the shit. Like
There wasn't
Long
much to
one.
really replace.
Just the ground block, which
Yeah.
I think is on that side, right?
Uh,
Or did it hit over here?
It was over there.
That's
I
right. It was
think.
over there. I can't remember if I had to replace it or not, but I don't know. I was like,
don't
I
remember.
figured he was fine. It was
Yeah.
fine. Like I didn't really supervise him much with anything.
Eh,
he was very new, but like it was like you get it, like you understand.
yeah.
Alright. Well, sick, dude. I'll be by tomorrow. What time are you going to be like?
Yeah, I'll probably
and about.
I'll probably be up early again. So like 8, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what time I get up and whatnot, but probably around 8 to 9 o'clock as well.
Oh yeah, that ThinkPad.
Yeah.
I got it working.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, what
Um,
the fuck? It was twisted around.
Yeah, no. So just straight up 180 degrees. I think I
No
know why.
wonder- I was
I think I
why
know
is this
why.
fucked up?
So I wiped it. I used it for like a few
That was
hours.
the one that had an octane drive in it, right? Or was
Yeah,
that the HP?
is that one has the Optane drive.
That's cool.
And I turn around and I look back and it's like this got this like full like lock on it. It's like this like Smart Access IT Solutions full screen lock. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look them up and like sure enough it's this laptop rental company. So I think what happened is somebody rented the laptop, stopped paying, got remotely locked out, said fuck this, took the bottom panel off, broke the display connector or the display cable and then plugged it back in and then just sold it for parts or something like that. And then somebody else probably bought it,
Were you able to?
figured that out, and then just said fuck this and gave it to Goodwill. It's you just flash another BIOS onto it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I figured you could just like override that.
Yeah, because it's hard baked into the BIOS, so you can reinstall the OS, but it'll come back.
Right, but I mean, like, if you can reflash the whole BIOS,
Yeah.
like, I didn't know how they lock those in Lenovo's, like, and how, like if you could actually flash, like, custom, like,
Yeah.
but apparently you can, because
They
they were able
looked,
to do that.
Yeah, it looked like they let like manufacturers and like just end stores just like put whatever version that they want on there.
Cool, well then that makes it, like, I mean, honestly, that's kind of stupid, but, like, at the same time, you're a layman's user, like, they're not gonna...
Exactly.
They're not gonna be able to, like, somebody like you and me, like, of course, we're gonna fucking go around and fuck around.
And like
with-
somebody might be smart enough to go into Windows settings and like do the reinstall,
Sure.
and it'll work, and then it'll lock itself again, and they'll
Like,
give up.
reset the
They'll
like,
give
the
up at that
timer.
point.
Yeah.
But
Okay, well that's cool.
this is
At
interesting.
least it works.
That I got a battery and a charger for. The HP, the 17-inch
Yeah.
touchscreen, doesn't turn on still, and it gets warm. So I think there's a short somewhere, but it's like under the board. It's on the other side of the board, so I got to take the board out and look. So that'll be interesting.
You have the fucking shit to like frost it.
So I just use Flux. I just squirt Flux on it or
It's
isopropyl
pretty
alcohol.
expensive.
Rubbing alcohol is pretty cheap though.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol
Can use
is
that
cheap,
stuff.
But I'm like, if you do the
And I also have a thermal camera. So
oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, then fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, but like I've seen a lot of people that do the board repairs. They'll just fucking blast it and then just hook it up to power.
yeah, so they
And I'm like,
wait.
that's a really fast way to do it.
It's the same pen, like it's the same exact pen that you buy for vaping. And instead of putting vape juice in it, you put fucking Flux in it, and it mists the Flux, and you cover the board in a mist of Flux,
And see when it's
and then you
so-
see what melts.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty legit, honestly.
yeah,
Huh.
and it's pretty cheap too, like $5-10 as opposed to paying a couple $100 for a thermal camera.
But I mean, if you're gonna do any sort of repairs and things like that on boards, you might as well have a thermal camera.
Yeah, well, it gets 90% of the jobs done. Like
Sure.
I rarely break the thermal camera. I'll grab the Flux or the alcohol before I dick with the thermal
Sure.
camera.
Yeah. But I'm sure at some point when you get into more complicated things, which you probably inevitably
Oh
will,
yeah, because
you're
I don't
gonna
know
want a
where things
thermal
are.
camera
Yeah,
Instead of having to fucking also, then you have to clean it. So if you really
Bigger-
don't want to clean it,
bigger boards especially, because like this stuff, it takes
it's
like
real
yeah.
small. Yeah.
Yeah.
But giant boards, that's what I mean. Like on a board like that.
No,
like,
yeah, on a laptop I'd go straight for the camera.
Exactly.
But a lot of the times the camera only gets you in a general area too. So
Sure,
you'd use the
but then-
camera for
but
the
then-
area and then the
but then-
Flux to yeah.
Yeah, but still, like having diagnostic tools is fucking incredible for doing shit like that.
Yeah. All right, get home, take care of the cat, and
Yeah.
eat yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow. Probably. I'm assuming probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah, whenever.
Have you seen any or played any of like Atomic Heart? It's on Games Pass.
Dude, I haven't touched my desktop in
I
like
was
months.
just curious.
No.
It's pretty good.
I gotta
fucking hella Soviet.
I gotta
fucking-
clean.
And it's really funny because the characters they mention shit that's like in a way that's like kind of creative to like not specifically out like Russia as like killing their people as like, you know, like if somebody who disagrees or is like disobedient or anything like that, they're like, oh, they died under mysterious circumstances, and then the main character's like, what's wrong with that? And the glove, which is like the AI like character, is just like, really, like, and then he's asking like probing questions, and I'm like, yeah, so like the sudden Russian death syndrome like type
Yeah.
of shit. Yeah, like it was things like that that are very subtle, and obviously they're a Russian development company, so they really can't fucking speak out against
Right.
Russia, or they'll experience the same thing themselves. But it's kind of funny because they didn't say anything on the war of Ukraine. They're like, no, we're staying out of it. I'm like, really, you want somebody who's a Russian development company to speak out against Russia?
Yeah, no.
Like
That's
really?
Not happening.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay.
Peace.
Later.
Okay, we are back. Let's get these filters replaced. Alright. We kind of bungled that one up. Did we bump anything? Oh, wow. Nope, we're good. Oh yeah, so that was my friend Alex. He works for Xfinity or Comcast, and he was just dropping off some old gear that they don't need anymore for me to play with. It's a Sienna 3930, which I've honestly never had any experience with any gear like that before, but I'm excited to play with it and see how I can use it. He was talking about various diagnostics that you can do on it. That sounded very interesting, like monitoring traffic and seeing where your packets are dropping. And but also, because he is he's the Comcast guy, and we do have Comcast, and our Comcast is currently crap. He's gonna actually come on over tomorrow with some tools to help us maybe figure out what the heck is going on with our internet. Because I cannot live with the amount of issues that we're having here with this. Oh, hey Raheem, welcome to the stream. Got a no power home pod, that's nice. The no power ones are always, well, 9 times out of 10, if not more, a pretty grand slam repair. Okay, so board is cooled off. We are going to see if this still turns on at all, since we messed with that power diode. And then check and see if it still has any DC offset. We're hoping for less than 50 millivolts. And it would also be really nice if the popping is quiet. Excuse me, quieter. Wow. Don't know where that came from. If the popping is quieter than it was before. Okay, here we go. Ah, beautiful. I couldn't even hear any popping that time. Our offset says... Beautiful. 4 millivolts. So, this is fixed up. Let's get it put back together. And of course, we're going to need to grab another subwoofer along the way, since that other one was so poorly roasted there. Sure, it may seem like it works okay now, but with half the voice coil totally roasted. Here's actually a good example of what it looks like. So you can see some of the coil still looks fine, but the rest of it's just totally roasted and blackened. So that's what happens when you've got too much DC voltage going into your speaker over too long of a period of time. Especially when it's not playing any music and it doesn't have a chance to move around and naturally cool itself back down. That's why AC doesn't kill your speaker, it's DC. Of course, too much of anything will kill the speaker, just like the human. But feels like my eyeballs are about to pop out of their sockets. Okay, fresh woofer. Is this one still good? Is this one still good? Ooh, yes. I gotta find something to do with all of these old dead subwoofers, especially the ones that still like work but are just like roasted and like on their last leg. Gotta find something fun to do with them. Maybe wire a bunch of them together and plug them into a wall outlet at the same time, or get our hands on a really powerful amp and try to blow them up. You know, like Garrett Claridge style. If you haven't seen or heard of Garrett Claridge's YouTube channel, and you like speaker destruction, especially cheaper, crappier speakers, Garrett Claridge is your guy. Oh wait, I'm being silly. We're putting this back together. I'm not taking it apart. Can you tell I'm exhausted? I think this might be the only one that we get to here today. I do not. Yeah, see there, we're dropping stuff too. I don't want to be messing people's HomePods up, so we'll get this one wrapped up and then we will get ourselves some good rest and then take care of the rest tomorrow. There's also really no rush to get everything done Fridays and Saturdays because the post offices are either closed or they don't move packages on the weekend where I'm at. So if I get anybody's done on Friday or Saturday, even if I get it dropped off at the post office, it's not going to go anywhere till Monday. Oh boy, and the network is starting to tank again. I'm just gonna take the universal signs that we should stop here soon. Oh no. That bitrate is dropping. I haven't seen it drop to 0 though. So there's that. And I know it's something to do with the Comcast service too, because when I had my fiber for the month that we had it, gosh, it wasn't like this. Like, I think we had maybe 1 or 2 streams where we dropped a couple of packets and that was it. But every single Comcast stream, it seems like we're dropping anywhere from 3 to 20% of our packs there. Oh boy. I'm out of water. Oh, forgot this one. Wow, yeah, we are off our game tonight. Even taking into account my friend coming over and us talking for 10-15 minutes, we've been working at this one for an hour, 15 minutes. That is absurd by our standards. Well, that's okay. You needed a lot of attention, didn't you, little guy? You needed a new subwoofer. You needed a new 10 ohm resistor. You needed new filter caps. And, you said, hey, I know you did a lot, but I'd really like a new diode while you're in here, so we got you all taken care of. You are basically a whole brand new pot again. Okay. What do we got? All right. We've still got power. I think if it didn't power on, I'd probably have a breakdown. Oh, man. All right, what do we got? No significant popping.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Woo! Very loud.
I'm having trouble.
Volume buttons light up nice and even. So I think we got what we can taken care of today, folks. Join us again tomorrow while we get the other 3 here fixed up. If you have any questions, oh my goodness, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you're looking for more info doing it yourself, we've got a list of common issues up on the website, nixfix.com. It's got how you can fix it, how you diagnose, and part numbers, yada yada. We've also got my contact info up on the website if you want to send your HomePod in for repair. Hope you all